Hey there, welcome to another episode of Biking Madness. Today we're in Rosaryville State Park, Maryland, ready to tackle the Perimeter Trail. Join us as 5 fearless riders, Alex, Rich, Paul, John, and Jonathan. Woo. All right, let's get started. But before we do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. The park is a popular destination for mountain bikers because of its challenging trails, stunning scenery, and diverse wildlife. Rosaryville State Park is located in the heart of Prince George's County, Maryland, and is known for its 10-mile perimeter trail, which loops around the park. This trail is a favorite among mountain bikers because it offers a mix of technical challenges, fast descents, and scenic views. One of the most notable features of Rosaryville State Park is the Perimeter Trail's variety of terrain. From rocky climbs to smooth descents, this trail has it all. Alex says,
the Perimeter Trail is one of the most technical trails in the area. Lots of rocky sections, logovers, and tight switchbacks.
Another notable feature of the Perimeter Trail is its stunning scenery. Rich, a regular rider at Rosaryville State Park, says,
the Perimeter Trail is unique because it takes you through a variety of ecosystems, including hardwood forests, wetlands, and grasslands. The views are breathtaking, especially in the fall when the leaves are changing.
Paul adds,
Rosaryville State Park is also home to a diverse range of wildlife, including deer, foxes,
you big dummy,
even bald eagles.
Nudity.
You never know what kind of wildlife you're going to see while riding through the park.
As we ride along the Perimeter Trail, we can see why so many mountain bikers love this trail. The trail is well maintained and clearly marked, making it easy to navigate. As we begin our journey, we can't help but notice how beautiful the scenery is. The trees, the leaves, the birds chirping, it's all so peaceful. But don't let that fool you, because we're about to tackle one of the toughest trails in the state of Maryland. Alex, Rich, Paul, and John have been preparing for this moment for weeks, and they're ready to take on any challenge that comes their way. As they pedal down the trail, we can see the determination in their eyes.
Watch out for that tree!
Yells Rich as he narrowly avoids a collision. These riders have nerves of steel, and they're not afraid to take risks. But what makes the Perimeter Trail so difficult? Well, for starters, it's over 10 miles long, and it's filled with steep hills, sharp turns, and technical obstacles. One false move, and you could be in for a world of hurt. Undeterred by the trail's reputation, our riders set out on a beautiful Saturday morning, ready to tackle the Perimeter Trail. As they rode, they faced a variety of obstacles, including tricky switchbacks, steep descents, and log jumps. But they persevered, using their skills and experience to navigate the trail.
This is intense, but it's worth it for the views,
says Rich, breathing heavily as he makes it to the top of a particularly steep hill. As they ride along the trail, they catch glimpses of the surrounding forest and even spot some wildlife, including a few deer and a wild turkey. Jonathan, who is new to mountain biking, finds the trail to be particularly challenging. He struggles to keep up with the more experienced riders and frequently has to dismount and walk his bike up the steeper sections of the trail.
This is insane. I don't know how you guys do this.
He says, panting and sweating, but the other riders offer Jonathan encouragement and support, cheering him on as he tackles each obstacle.
You're doing great, man. Just take it one step at a time,
says Alex, patting Jonathan on the back. And with their help, Jonathan makes it through the more difficult sections of the trail, and he gains confidence and experience. He becomes more comfortable on the bike and even manages to nail a tricky jump.
Wow, that was awesome.
He exclaimed, grinning from ear to ear.
That was insane! I don't know how anyone could have written down that,
says Paul, wiping sweat from his forehead. But the riders don't let the difficulty of the trail get them down. They push through the challenging sections and celebrate each other's victories. Whether it's making it up a particularly steep climb or nailing a tricky jump. But despite the challenges, these riders press on, determined to conquer the trail, and conquer it they do. With each passing mile, their confidence grows, and they begin to take on the obstacles with ease.
Check out that rock garden.
yells John as he speeds through a rocky section of the trail.
Piece of cake.
He adds as he catches some air on a small jump. As they pedal through the woods, the riders keep each other motivated with jokes and encouragement.
Hey, Rich, I hear there's a shortcut that leads to the ice cream truck.
Jokes Paul, causing everyone to laugh.
Sorry, Paul, that's just a myth. But if you want, we can stop by the creek and dip our toes in the water.
Retorts Rich with a grin. As we make our way through the second half of the trail, we encounter some steeper hills and even more challenging obstacles. The riders have to work harder to keep their bikes under control as they make their way up and down the rugged terrain. But they don't let the difficulty of the trail get in the way of having a good time. At one point, we come across a particularly tricky section that requires the riders to balance on a narrow wooden bridge.
Nice one, Alex.
Cheers John as he follows suit.
I think I have to take a picture of this to show my grandkids.
He jokes. As we approach the final stretch of the trail, the riders kick it into high gear. Determined to finish strong, they pedal faster, take on bigger jumps, and push themselves to the limits.
That thing screws me up every time.
And finally, after what feels like an eternity, we make it to the end of the perimeter trail. The riders high-five each other, grinning from ear to ear.
Man, that was intense.
Says Rich, wiping the sweat off his forehead.
But I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else.
Well, we did it, and we did it together.
Says Alex, looking at his friends with pride. After completing the perimeter trail, the riders take a well-deserved break and sit down on a nearby bench to catch their breaths. They share stories about their past experiences riding trails across the country, swapping tales of epic wipeouts and heart-stopping jumps.
Last time we were here, I fell off my bike and landed in a pile of poison ivy. I had to go to the hospital to get treated.
I remember that. That was the time that I crashed into a tree and knocked myself unconscious. And when I woke up, I had leaves and branches all over myself and a bruise the size of a watermelon.
Remember that time we went to Moab and Paul almost ran over a rattlesnake?
Laughs Rich, causing everyone to chuckle.
I can't believe I didn't see it until the last second. I'm just so glad it didn't bite me.
Says Paul, shaking his head. As they chat, a group of other mountain bikers ride past, greeting the riders with a friendly wave.
That's what I love about mountain biking.
Says Alex.
It's not just about riding, but it's about the community too.
And that's it for this episode of Biking Madness. We hope you enjoyed following along with our adventure through Rosaryville State Park in Maryland. If you're a fan of mountain biking or just love being out in nature, we highly recommend checking out the Perimeter Trail in Rosaryville State Park. Just be prepared for a challenging but rewarding ride. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for future episodes. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on biking!